evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to the Hornets Hockey Network, your home for all the action and all the drama that is Hornets hockey. My name is Rob Finger, alongside our videographer Fu-Mei, Tung, and yes, we are back by popular demand. We here have gotten many questions regarding if we will be streaming this season's games, and with the help of the Hornets coaching staff and FM Athletics, we are back and better than ever. Take a look at your screen and you will see up at the top, we have a scoreboard. Yes, no more will you have to wait for the time and score to be called out. Now you can see it all for yourself. And not only is our streaming newly remodeled, so is this Hornets team. We have waved goodbye and farewell to a number of players on this team, such names as Jackson Denton, John Manzi, Luke McEwen, and many others, all having moved onward and upwards by graduating or even being given offers by ice hockey prep schools. With that being said, this Hornets hockey team is full to the brim with young guns, many of whom will be making their regular season high school hockey debut here tonight. Speaking of these teams, let's move on to the scouting report. As was said, this Hornets team is a new batch of fresh faces who are hungry for hockey. They have been practicing quite a bit for this day, and pictures of their skills development can be seen at our new Instagram page, at FM Hornets Hockey. But now, let's turn our attention to the opposition, the ever-fearsome Skaneateles Lakers. I say ever-fearsome because last year these Lakers went on an undefeated streak that amassed them a record of 14-0 last season. However, it goes even further than that. These Lakers have not lost a game since the 14th of December 2018. That means that for nearly 3 years, this Lakers team has not been defeated. This streak did not stop with their first opponent of the season, the Lakers making kittens out of the white West Jenny Wildcats, winning 3-0. While it seems like these Lakers may be unstoppable, we have seen much stranger, much more amazing things happen. Last season, as many of you will know, those ever-dominant West Jenny Wildcats were knocked down a peg by this very Hornets organization, who were well and truly the underdogs when the Hornets won 4-3 in overtime in spectacular fashion. Let's go deeper now and look at these players. In terms of the back two, it seems to be a bit of an unknown. These Skaneateles Lakers have been traditionally all about the storming offense, leading to running scores of 8 or 10-0, while the Hornets have an essentially all-new defensive end led by returning D-man and newly chosen captain, Charlie Lorraine. It truly seems, then, that anything can happen in that defensive zone. Moving up now, we shine a light on the forwards. As was said a minute ago, these Lakers have been all about that dominant offense, and with many players returning to the ranks, it seems like it may be just as effective. In terms of the Hornets, it still lies at an unknown. However, with players like Jonas Osterley, Greg Manzi, brother of the ever-impressive John Manzi, Colin Ives, and Joey Leveroni returning to the fold this year, it seems this team may have a bit of firepower hidden up their sleeves. A potentially well-placed sting from these forward Hornets could prove effective tonight. Speaking of these players, it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. It's been months and months, but it is finally here. It's time for your starting lineups. Starting in goal for the Skaneateles Lakers is number 1, Brandon McGowan. Starting at defense is number 20, Luke Renaud. Also at defense is number 44, Jack Buff. Starting at forward, number 9, Henry Major. Also starting forward, number 15, Jack Torrey. Lastly, starting at forward is number 12, Garrett Krieger. And now, the starting lineup for your FM Hornets. Starting in goal, number 31, Chris Finger. Starting at defense, number 12, Charlie Lorraine. Also at defense, number 14, Ryan Tonkovich. Starting at forward, number 10, Joey Leveroni. Also starting forward, number 6, Jonas Osterley. And last but not least, starting at forward, number 4, Jack Lalek. The boys are buzzing here in picturesque Skaneateles as they take on the mighty Lakers in this David and Goliath bout. Who will come out on top tonight? Will the Hornets fly high above these Lakers, or will they sink in the waters of the lake? All these questions and more will be answered here tonight. And the number one place to be is here on the Hornets Hockey Network. It's Hornets versus Lakers here at W.G. Allen Ice Arena as we get set for the first puck drop of the 2021-22 season. Skaneateles now finishing with their warm-ups, and the Hornets coming in tight. Bit of a pep talk from the captains there. And there they are. Your 2021-22 FM Hornets. Quite the crowd here at Skaneateles tonight, as for the first time since the beginning of the pandemic, fans will be allowed in the arena. Lots of noise will be made in this house tonight. And with that comes the beginning of the regular season. Looking forward to the puck drop here in Skaneateles. Hornets ready for the puck drop here. Coming to the puck drop. A little bit of confusion over on the Skaneateles bench there. Seems to be resolved. Both goalies ready. And the first puck drop of the season goes back to the Skaneateles Lakers. Coming quickly into the Hornets zone. That's Major going to Krieger. Shot save made by Chris. And the net comes off a little bit there. The whistle. And the face-off will be 2 fingers left. Krieger taking the face-off there for the Lakers. Lorraine taking it a little bit off, but it's stopped at the point by Buff. Tonkovich there trying to get it over to Osterley. Osterley trying to make something happen with it. A bit of a check from behind there from Major as Lorraine takes it up the side of the ice. However, a little bit of a turnover. Buff for Skaneateles there. Getting it up to Torrey. Torrey getting it up to Krieger. Krieger coming in. Looking for a pass. Gets it up to his point. Oh, and Osterley there. Shaking it up a bit. And he sends it into the Skaneateles zone. But a bit of a missed pass there. And it will be an icing. Face off now to the right of Chris Finger. One forward by the Skaneateles and a quick cover from Finger. Didn't want anything to happen with that puck. Face off again to his right. One back to Noah Chen. The Skaneateles trying to make something happen, but it goes over to Brady Moore. But it goes over to the center there. It comes right back around to the point man. And the FM Hornets are able to get it out. Not before Skaneateles makes a bit of a neutral zone regroup coming back into the Hornets zone. A little bit of a fluffy shot there. Goes into the corner. Sending it around to the other corner is the Hornets. That's Patno going to pick it up. However, Skaneateles trying to keep it in the zone there, but the Hornets just too much. And look at that. And that's Osterley going into the zone. Shot off the side of the net, I believe, there. Lakers coming back up with it, but not before Leveroni keeps it in. Skaneateles seeming to be struggling to break it out there. Leveroni taking it, facing a bit of opposition behind the net. But the Lakers regaining possession. That's McGowan with it right there. Sending it up the zone. It's tipped by number 22 there. And then it's out to an icing. And the face-off will be to the left of Brendan McGowan. Sending it over to the other side of the net. Side of the ice there. Skaneateles picking it up now. Riddle on the wall. Hornets, though, with Jonas Osterley picking it back up. And that's Lorraine there, passing it over to Lalick. Over back to Osterley. Osterley taking it in. A little bit of opposition there. Lalick picks it up. Tries to get it to the point. But it goes out there. Get it over to Tonkovich. Tonkovich. Oh, it bounces off the back of the net there. Skaneateles trying to pick it up there. They had it momentarily, but lost it. Sending it over to the other side. Over to the point. Shot. And it's tipped off of Lorraine's skate. Goes wide, thankfully. But the Lakers keep it in. Up to the point. Renaud with it. Back to Krieger. Krieger across. Shot. And it's tipped wide. Tonkovich trying to go get it there. Osterley giving them some help. But Krieger trying to take it out. Torrey shot. Save made. And a little bit of smack talk here happening between Lorraine of the Hornets and Garrett Krieger of the Lakers. Face off to Chris's right. Chris's left. My right is left. Skaneateles winning it back. Buff tries to send it in there. Hornets trying to get it out over on those boards. And it doesn't go out. However, number 18, Golden Ives, making sure it goes out. And a big hit there tried by Lucas Latoff. Ives there making a shot, but it goes wide. Skaneateles now taking it out of their zone. Up the side there. And it goes into the Hornets zone. And that's Noah Chen to pick it up. However, Major there getting it up to his point. Renaud shot, and it's deflected, but still saved by Finger. Major with it now coming in, and it's denied by Patno. Finger trying to get it in, just get it in, as his last fellow forward comes back over the blue line there, but it's iced down the length of the ice by Gavin Patno. Face off to the left of Finger. Skaneateles winning forward, a big shot, and it's deflected up into the net. 10:27 left in this first period of play here at Skaneateles. Still no score. Face off to the left of Finger. Oh, and Corbett there gets thrown out. Replaced by Gaglione. Gaglione wins it forward for the Lakers. And Carter Corbett there trying to keep it in for the Lakers, but Osterley picking it up now. Coming up the middle there. Moves around one. Coming up to a bit of pressure. Makes it through with the puck still. Tries to get it over to Leveroni. But it goes back to the point. Point trying to get it back in, but the Lakers will break out. And not if Leveroni has anything to say about it. He tries to keep it in. But the Lakers get it back into the Hornets zone. Hornets there trying to put whatever pressure they can on these Lakers. Trying to get it out now. Leveroni getting it out there with a little bit of a slap of it. Lakers now in their own zone. Trying to break it out here, coming to the other side. Off the wall there. And FM trying to get out of their zone. But Skaneateles get it in, shot, and it's blocked by traffic there. And that's Tonkovic sending it up to Skaneateles. Skaneateles will try to regroup. A big hit there. Number 26, Brady Moore. Tries effectively, stops Skaneateles in their tracks, turns it over to FM. Skaneateles there keeping it in. Tonkovic sending it up, but the point gets it shot way wide there. Oh, and a big hit there. For number 27, or 37, Michael Blowers. But the Hornets trying to get it back up the side of the ice there. Trying to get it off the side, but Skaneateles will regroup. Skaneateles taking it in, courtesy of Major, around the net. Back up to the point, but the point loses it, and it goes out of the zone. Lakers there dumping it in. Lorraine will catch it, trying to send it over to his partner, but the Lakers get it back. Comes out, shoots, save made by Finger. Back into the corner there. Noah Chen trying to do something with it, but it goes down to the middle, and a cover by Finger as it comes right towards his pad. $7:55 left to go in this first period of play. Still no score. Finger looking like he has a little bit of a problem with his pad there. Slightly concerning, however. I do trust his ability. Maybe not his equipment. Krieger taking it behind the net there, gets it up to his point. Renaud over to Buff. Buff shooting it back into there. Over to Patno. Buff getting it back, shot, And it's off of the skate of Ives over towards Sandzone. Sandzone trying to do something with it, but it's Noah Chen that tries to pick it up. Ives there, finally getting it out. But Skaneateles, though, as they do, get it back in. Latoff there trying to get a hit, and it goes up into the netting and into the crowd, courtesy of Luke Grinnell. Face off at the middle there. One back by the Hornets. Hornets will get it up to Leveroni there. That's Thompson getting it into the offensive zone there, but Osterley will take it back for a little bit of a regroup. Thompson over to Leveroni, but it's intercepted by Morrissey. Morrissey coming around, gets it up to his point. Point comes in, shot, and it goes just wide. Leveroni trying to get it out there. A big hit by Morrissey. He is not playing around. And another big hit on the other side there by Jack Lalick for the Hornets. Over to Gaglione. Gaglione shooting it towards the FM net, or FM zone. But the Hornets there, throwing it up the ice, and the Lakers will regroup in their own zone. However, that's Tonkovic getting it back into the Lakers zone. Lorraine there picking it up towards the top, comes in, but isn't able to get a shot off. And it goes over to the Lakers. Lakers breaking it out there. And that's Ives trying to get a little bit physical, trying to stop them in their tracks. However, the Lakers get it back into the Hornet zone. Oh, and a bit of a fall there. The Lakers trying to retake it, but not if Ives has anything to say about it. He takes it. And a bit of hit throw in there. Back and forth in that corner. Tonkovic picking it up now, sending it up to Latoff, and a big hit up there by Blowers. And a bit of an icing there. These Lakers sure do like being physical. .5:22 left in this first period of play. No score still. Sending it around there. Back behind the net is Torrey. Torrey trying to do something with it. Bit of a pressure there from Noah Chen. Sending it over to Major. Major in the corner. Gets it up to Renaud. Renaud walking in. Shot score. Luke Renaud with the first goal of the game. From the point, he blocked that in there. And the score is 1-0. Face off now in the middle. And the net is off at the other end. Was never fixed. Five minutes to go here in the first period of play. Face-off one forward by FM. But the Lakers quick to take it and get it into the Hornet zone. Major there chasing it alongside Walker Thompson for the Hornets. Getting it up to the point. Shot! And it's saved. Rebound scores. And just like that, the Lakers are able to put up another one on the board. Looked like Walker Thompson wasn't exactly the most happy about that. Bit of a slam of the stick. However, it's only nearly 2-0. Face off one to the side there. And Lorraine throwing a big hit there. Kind of getting hung up on the boards there. But it goes to Krieger. Krieger getting it in. Tonkovich was trying to send it out there. And that's Sand Zone trying to make something happen with it. But a big hit thrown, and fans are thrown there by number 20, Luke Renaud. And he will go to the box. Scratch that, both of them will go to the box. Luke Renaud and Charlie Lorraine clearly not having a good time with each other. Both of them go to the box. A little bit of roughing near the Skaneateles bench. .4:23 left to go in this period. And due to those penalties being made at the same time, it is still 5-on-5. Lakers there sending it into the Hornets zone, but not if Gavin Patnode has anything to say about it. He tries to get it back out. Hornets now breaking it out. Trying to get it up to Leveroni there was Jack Lalick. Leveroni trying to get it back in the behind the net of the Lakers. FM trying their best to keep it in. And they do. Jack Lalick there trying to keep it in along with Noah Chen. Lakers getting it out though, back into the Hornets zone. And that's Patnode with it. Patnode off the wall, but it goes back to Gaglione. Over to the point of the Lakers. They send it in, and it goes towards the net, covered by Finger. Two nothing's the score. 3:27 left to go in this first period of play. Face off to the right of Chris Finger. Face off one to the side there. Back by the Lakers. Into the corner there. Gets it up to the point. Point back to the side there, over the corner. Gets it to the center. The center man does not take it, and it goes over the point. Point sending it into the corner. That's Blowers there for the Lakers. Along the side there, Falkenberg back to Blowers. Blowers over to Falkenberg in the center, but it goes to the corner. Hornets there trying to get it out, but it almost they tied up there. But that's Ives going in with it. Gets stuck in the feet of number 2 there. And the Lakers, though, getting it back, and they send it. Try at least to send it into the Hornet zone. They do. Coming in. Shot. Score. Just like that, the Lakers were able to walk into the zone. A bit of chanting there from the student section of the Lakers. 2:23 left to go. 3-0 is the score. Face off one back by the Lakers. Lakers getting it into the Hornets zone there. Shot made by Krieger. It goes way up high. Not into the netting though. Krieger now with it in the corner. Krieger towards the center. Tries to do something cheeky. But nope, it goes into the Hornets' hands. Torrey there trying to get it back. But it goes into the hands of Krieger. Krieger up to Renaud. Renaud shot save made by Finger. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. Oh, and Jonas Osterley gets thrown out of the face-off there. Leveroni takes it, but it's won back by the Lakers. Lakers sending it into the corner for Krieger. Krieger up to Renaud. Renaud over to his partner Buff. Buff back to Renaud, but it goes towards the boards there. Renaud is able to pick it up. And a bit of a hook there from Renaud on Joey Leveroni. But nothing seen by those refs. Renaud with the now shot save, and it goes wide. Krieger getting it into the center for Torrey. Torrey back to Renaud. Renaud over to Torrey. Torrey walking in and shot, and it's turned away by Finger. FM trying their best to get it out there. Major shows it over to Renaud. Renaud over to Buff. Buff shot and save made by Finger. He turns it to the side. Another save made by the pad of Finger as it goes back into the corner once again. Major coming around the other side there. It's tipped by Leveroni, but Renaud will send it back in for Torrey. Torrey over to Corbett. Corbett, a big hit there by Leveroni. Doesn't seem to phase him, though. Osterley trying to make something happen with it. And goes down, and a penalty called there. And it seems that Jonas Osterley is going to the box for a rough. .8 seconds left in the first period of play here at Skaneateles. The score is 3-0. And a face-off to the right of Chris Finger. Lakers there winning it back towards the points there. Renaud getting it. Renaud over to his partner, over to Krieger. Shot, score. Krieger able to walk it in to the goal there. And Finger there, clearly not happy, sending the puck all the way down. Gets a little bit of talking to from the refs. Clearly not happy. Ives winning it forward for the Hornets, but the Lakers quickly taking it back into the Hornets zone. Coming off the wall there, shot, score. 4.6 seconds left in the first period of play here in Skaneateles. The score is 5-0. And you wonder what's going through the head of the Hornets. Pass back to the Hornets. He shoots it on net there. Turned away, and that'll do it for period one here in Skaneateles. The score is 5-0. A lot of shots to only one from the Hornets. Don't go away, folks. More action from Skaneateles coming in period two. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Skaneateles for tonight's game. Second period of action. The score is 5-0. And apologies for all the technical difficulties. The Wi-Fi here isn't exactly the strongest. However, we will make do with what we have. Face off one forward by the Hornets. They quickly get it into the Lakers zone. Face off one forward by the Lakers. Hornets trying to get it towards the net there, but the Lakers getting it out courtesy of Major. He passes it up to Torrey. Torrey now getting it up to the point. That's Krieger. Shot goes wide. Shot goes all the way down to the end of the zone there. It's taken back up by Krieger for the Lakers. Krieger over to Major. Major trying to get it towards the net there, but a save made by Finger. And the defense getting all sorts of tied up, but they manage to keep that puck away from the net. .14:02 left to go in the second period here. 5-0 is the score. Face off now to the right of Chris Finger. Face off one to the back by the Hornets. And it's into Ives' hands. And goes up, trying to get it out of the zone there. Ives getting it back into the corner, sending it all the way around to Sanzone. Sanzone tipping it back to Ives. Ives puts it up towards the point. Morrissey picks it up, shot, and it's deflected down, but still saved by Finger. Ives trying to pick it up there. And the Hornets taking it into the Lakers zone. Lakers now trying to break it out, but the Hornets trying to keep it in. Lakers break it out, actually, now. Gaglione with it, trying to put it into the corner there. He does. Trying to get it out. Bit stuck on the feet there. Lakers trying to get it, but it goes out towards the boards there. Bringing it back in. Shot, save, made. Another shot, save, made. Goes up to the point. Shot, save by Finger as he gets almost steamrolled there by number 2, Sean Kerwick. Kerwick with a little bit of contact to the head of Finger there. However, ref's not having it. Osterley taking it out for the Hornets now. Up to Leveroni. Leveroni over to Lalick. Shot, save made. And the whistle is called. 12:32 left to go in the second period of play. 5-0 is the score in favor of the Lakers. Lakers doing something with it below the goal line there. Ashley comes in, doesn't quite finish the shot, and it goes towards the net there. Buff quickly getting Osterley out of the net there. Leveroni passing it back to his point, but Major will grab it. Pass it over to Torrey. Torrey getting it into the Hornet zone. Krieger now with it, sending it over to Major. Major does not have a major shot. Gets it back to Buff. Buff down to the corner. Leveroni trying to get it there. Thompson trying to do something with it, but Torrey will pick it up. Osterley trying to get it out there now, but it goes up to the point there and back down below the goal. Krieger with it now. Krieger up to Buff. Buff whips on it, and it's a drag race. Lally picks it up, and a bit of contact there, and a whistle called. And no call will come from these referees. No call on that. And so, a face-off to the right of the Lakers goaltender. One to the side there by the Lakers. Lakers, courtesy of Renaud, will take it out. Renaud putting it deep into the Hornet zone, gets it towards the center, but it's the Hornets who pick it up, courtesy of Brady Moore. Moore with it now, trying to do something with it, but it goes into the corner, into the hands of the Lakers. Lakers coming up the side there. Renaud up to Blower. And a cross-checking call will come on the Lakers. On number 20, Luke Renaud. He clearly doesn't exactly know what he did. However, the rest do know. Him feeling like he's innocent. Sort of typical fashion for any sort of hockey player, Hornet or Laker alike. Face-off one back by the Lakers. Lakers trying to get up to Major. But the Hornets get it up to Lorraine. Lorraine shot just wide there. Goes over to Patnode. Patnode with a shot. Goes across into the hands of Lorraine. Lorraine shots again, but it's off the body of Major. Major trying to get it out now. Leveroni, though, picking it up in the neutral zone. Leveroni gets pickpocketed there by Krieger. Lorraine is having none of it. Puts some pressure on him. Lakers now electing to try to get a regroup going. Go all the way back to their defensive zone. Getting it up to Krieger. Krieger. Back to Morrissey. Morrissey. Over to McCrone. Lakers getting it into the Hornets zone now. That's Lorraine there, putting it off the boards. Oh, big hit there by Lorraine. Morrissey clearly not happy. Little bit of stick knocking there. Gets it over to Osterley. Osterley over to Patno. Patno dropping it for Osterley. Osterley working his magic, coming up the middle. Tries to get it around Corbett, but wants a bit of a change. Dumps it in. Leveroni there making something happen in the offensive zone, but a bit too much pressure. Goes over to the hands of Ives. Ives isn't able to do much with it. And it goes out to the deep. And shot scores! Walker Thompson with the first Hornets goal of the year. What a shot there from the point. Amid all the confusion, FM were able to score. And this one will not go down as a shutout. 5-1 is the score. .9:27 left to go in this second period of play. 5-1 is the score. Hornets now trying to make something happen with it. Lakers not happy, throwing some big hits there. This number 10, Carter Corbett. Look at this. Wow, he is getting physical out there. Ives not having it. Save made by Finger in the defensive zone. 26 there, Brady Moore. Bit of a chuck into the Lakers bench there. But Lakers clearly not enjoying the fact that they were just scored on. Face off. Face off down to the left of Chris Finger. Wins it back for the Hornets. Lorraine getting it now, getting it up on the boards there. And a big hit thrown by Lorraine. This game is really getting physical here as the Lakers try to throw it back deep, but stopped there by Osterley. Osterley with it now, sending it up the boards for Lalick. Lalick, a bit clumsy there, throws it into the hands of McGowan for the Lakers, taking it into the Hornets defensive end. A big hit there by Lorraine, and a penalty will be coming. A penalty for cross-check. There is certainly something brewing in Skaneateles tonight. And it looks a bit dirty. Face off to the right of Chris Finger. One back by the Hornets. Patnode will try to get it. So does Lalick. Lalick trying to dump it out now as they are on the penalty kill. 8:10 left to go in the second period to play. 5-1 is the score. Renaud, a bit clumsy there on his feet. Gets it up to Major. Major over to Torrey. Lakers getting it back towards the top there. Over to Renaud. Renaud down to Torrey. Torrey's twirling around a little bit. Back to Renaud. Over to Krieger, back to Renaud. Renaud back to Krieger. Krieger walking it in. Over to Torrey, but Torrey does not catch the pass. Goes back to Renaud. Renaud over to Krieger. And Charlie Lorraine there. Starting to throw the body around a little bit. And it's Joey Labaroni that'll get it out. A bit of a drag race. Puts the pressure on Renaud. But Renaud gets himself a little bit of space. Renaud over to Krieger. Krieger coming in with it. A 3-on-1 there. Shot scored. Garrett Krieger with the 6th goal for Skaneateles on a 3-on-1 there. Just puts it past. A little bit of confusion there. Hornets winning it back. Bit of confusion there off the face-off of who's supposed to be on the ice. Refs having a bit of disagreement with the Hornets bench, but here come the Hornets. Ives with a shot, just goes over the net. Osterley back to Lalick. Lalick pass to Osterley. Osterley back to Lalick. Shots! And it goes wide. And the Lakers are able to get it out. Puts it just on goal there. Gets it over to Noah Chen. Osterley picking it up now. Stopping. Contemplating what he does with it. Sends it over to Chen. Chen sends it into the zone. Lake is there. Trying to break it out here. It goes into the hands of Noah Chen. Chen trying to get it back into the zone here. Osterley picking it up, sending it over to Lalick, who doesn't know that the pass is coming. And thus the Lakers get it into the Hornet zone. Patno trying to get it up to his fellow Hornets player. The Hornets, though, getting it into the Lakers zone. Whoa, and a big hit there. Clearly not a clean one as the ref's arm is up. And number 11, Will Sanzone, will go to the box. Clearly a bit remorseful that he gave such a hit. Had a bit of a talk with that player right in the middle there before entering the box. .5:33 left to go in this second period of play. 6-1 is the score to the Lakers. Over to Krieger. Back to Renaud. Renaud down to Major. Krieger over to Major. Major gets it to Krieger. Shot. And it goes wide. Major picking it up. Sending it back down to Torrey. Torrey up to Krieger. Krieger walking across. Gets it over to Renaud. Renaud over to Krieger. Krieger shot. And it's saved there. And a steamroll there from Charlie Lorraine. Clearly trying to get that player out of his goalie's zone. Oh, and a bit of dispute here between the Hornets and Krieger and Renaud. But no penalty. Hornets still a man down. Hornets winning it over to the side there. But Krieger will get it up at the point, passing it over to Renaud. Renaud losing it. And Lalick chasing. He picks up the puck, puts it on net in efforts to get something going, but and a whistle here. Not sure what it's for. I believe that will be a penalty. There's two men in the box there. Two for the Hornets and one for the Lakers. Not sure exactly what went on there. Clearly something mischievous, as if both of those guys are in the box. Face off to the right. And shot goes just wide there. Osterley will pick it up. Osterley back to his D-man there. A shot blocked by Trevor. Lakers there, and a bit of an attempted pickpocket by Osterley, but they get it up to Major. Major setting it up. Krieger back to Major. Major over to Renaud. Renaud back to Krieger. Krieger on across to Major. Shot! And it's off the pipe! Renaud all the way back in his own zone. 4 minutes left to go here. 25 seconds left in the Hornets penalty. Oh. And as per the announcer here, bit of an embellishment call on that man in the box for the Lakers. Not sure what that was for. However, it's back to even strength now. Bernard gets it. Passes it over to Torrey. Torrey gets a shot blocked. It's up into the netting. .321 left to go in the second period of play. Lakers getting it back. Hornets trying to get it out of their own zone, but Gaglione for the Lakers there sends it deep. It gets stuck on the wall there. Lakers come out with it, courtesy of Kenwick, or Kerwick. Setting up to his point man. Point shot, and it's save made by Finger. As there are multiple men right there, up in his face. Hornets doing their best to get those men away from their goalie. .247 left to go in the second period of play. 6-1 is the score in favor of the Lakers. Hornets there, trying to get it out of their own zone. It goes to Gaglione again for the Lakers. But that's sand zone for the Hornets, getting it up into the Lakers zone. Gaglione getting it back on the boards there. Osterley trying to make something happen as he bodies Weeks a bit. Thompson up to Osterley. Osterley getting it just out. Goes to McGowan and over to Buff. Buff sending it in. But that's smart there. And he goes into the bench there. Somebody's got to shut the door. Leveroni getting it in the Lakers zone there. Lakers trying to find out what to do with it. Buff taking it. Getting it up the ice there. And that will be an icing. .142 left to go in this second period of play. 6-1 is the score. Jonas Osterley getting it towards the net there on Brendan McGowan. McGowan saving it. Face off now to the right of McGowan. Lakers winning it back there. Krieger taking it now. Krieger over to McGowan. Or McCrone. Any mix on the ice here. McCrone with it now. Getting it over and in to the Hornets zone. Major trying to pick it up there. McCrone gives it to him. Gets it up to his point. Point man shot. Save man, and it's loose. Tonkovich, certain to give it to his goaltender to freeze it. Face off one forward by the Hornets, but the Lakers are able to keep it in. Lakers coming around with this. Torrey over to Major. Torrey getting it back, falling there a little bit, and it goes out of the zone as McCrone is unable to keep it in. Major there taking it into the zone. Pass Patnode. Save made by Finger. McCrone, another save. Major over to Torrey. Torrey down to Krieger. Krieger back to Major. Major shot. But that Major shot goes wide. McCrone getting it into the Hornet zone there. And that's Noah Chen picking it up. Sending it up to the Lily Sand zone. Gets it up to Brady Moore. Moore is able to get it into the Lakers zone. But it's not enough. Not enough time there. And that'll do it for period 2. A little bit of a confusion there at the blue line. A little bit of physical contact, but no matter. That'll do it for period number 2. 6-1 is the score after that second period. Only 1 goal scored by each team. We will be back for the final period of action here in Skaneateles. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to third period of action here in Skaneateles. The score is 6-1 in favor of the Lakers. However, a little bit of hope shown by that last period in which both teams were able to only score 1 goal. Third period of action, here we go. Face-off won back by the Lakers, but quick to put on pressure is Jack Lalick. And so is Jonas Osterley, but a bit of a deflection there. And it goes up into the Lakers bench. Face off to the left of the goaltender for the Lakers. Goes over to Buff in the corner there. Lalick and Osterley trying to put pressure on, but Krieger sends it over to Renaud. But keeping it in there is Leveroni. Just not enough. And the ref calls it offsides, even though he was nowhere near that line. Face off. And Jonas Osterley gets thrown out of the face-off once again. These refs don't exactly seem the most patient. Into the Hornets zone there. Krieger shot. Save made by Finger. .24 left to go as the Hornets win that faceoff back. Patnode sending it over to Lalick. But it's Chen who picks it up. Chen sending it up. But Gaglione hits Gaglione. Save made by Finger as he tried to get it back on net. Face off to the left of Chris Finger as the two teams change their lines. One forward by the Hornets after a much struggle there. Sand zone over to Moore. But it is broken up by the Lakers. Corbett with it on the boards there, but faces pressure from Golden Knives. It stopped right in the middle there. Don't know if there's a puddle of water over there. Must be, because it just got stopped twice. Goes up to the point. On the sideboards there, sending it towards the center for anybody that could catch it. Nobody catches it, goes over to the other side. Ryan Tonkovich trying to make something happen with it in there. And the Hornets are able to get it out of their own zone. Sutton Pyro there with it for the Lakers, trying to get it out of there. But it goes back to Charlie Lorraine. Lorraine dodging a hit there from Blowers. And he gets it up and into the Lakers zone. And he keeps it in as well as the Lakers trying to get it out. Morrissey with it there. Gets it all the way down the ice. Finger will like to get it. Gets it off the boards there over to Lally. Or sorry. Now up to Lorraine. Lorraine bringing it in across. And a tripping call there as he gets it on net. And that will be 2 minutes for tripping on the Lakers, number 22, Aiden McGowan. 12:35 left to go in this third period of play here in Skaneateles. The faceoff is to the right of the new goaltender, Daniel Angelina. Hornets went it to the side there, back to Patnode. Patnode shot goes to the center there off a rebound. Patnode off his skate. Over to Osterley. Osterley over to Lorraine. Lorraine back to Osterley. Osterley bringing it up to Patnode. Patnode trying to keep it in. Dances along the line there. Osterley picking it up now. Coming through the center. They're trying to get it up to Ives, but he dumps it into the zone instead. Renaud icing it out there. And it down to Finger. Finger will pick it up. Passing it back to Lorraine, and it's perilously close to the net there. But Osterley picks it up and takes it out. A 2-on-2 here. Osterley coming through there. And a penalty will call for a hook. And I believe that'll be another Skaneateles penalty on number 44, Jack Buff, this time for hooking. Timeout, Fayetteville-Manlius Hornets. $11:44 left to go here in the third period. A lot of time here. 6-1 is the score. How much, if anything, will these Hornets be able to whittle it down by? Because right now, for about 1 minute and 9 seconds, they are up 2 men on the Lakers. Face off to the left of Angelina. One back by Skaneateles as they ice it high and out. No icing there as they are down to 2 men. Lorraine, they're trying to pick it up, but falls a bit. Ives will put pressure on, but the Lakers get it back to Renaud. Renaud icing it back in behind the net of Finger. Lorraine, a big hit there, tried by number 10, Carter Corbett. A bit of a failure, though. There's a bit of a size difference there. Lorraine chucking it in off his body. Perilously close to that net there. Osterley getting it up to Lorraine. Lorraine shot there, but it's blocked off by traffic. No, sorry, Krieger. Trying to get it out there. Osterley, though, spending a little time with that puck. Getting it back to Lorraine. Lorraine dumping it into the zone as they try to set something up. Renaud, though, quickly trying to get it out. Corbett, a big hit there. Both of them go down, though. Eager with it, and a big hit there from Patnode. But it's Renaud coming up the net, up the side there, trying to get it over to McGowan. Close to the net, and it's loose! And it's covered by Finger! But no! It's called a goal! And Charlie Lorraine there, one of the captains, clearly a little bit mad about that call. It was loose on the pad of Finger. He covered it by covering his pads over it. And I'm not even sure that that puck crossed the line. However, the refs think that it did. Hornets back with it in their own zone. Skaneateles trying to put the pressure on. Can't keep it in. Renaud will get it over to his partner. But that's Leveroni trying to make something happen with it. Tonkovic up to Leveroni. Taking it out, though, but it's denied by number 15, Torrey there. Gets it up to Weeks. Weeks over to McGowan. McGowan over to Renaud. Renaud putting it over towards those boards, and McGowan will look for some room behind his own net. Icing it high there. Goes into the hands of Tonkovic. Tonkovic trying to make something happen with it, but it goes into the hands of the Lakers. Lakers bringing it into the Hornet zone. Around that net, looking for an outlet. But he gets bumped off the puck there. Tonkovic tried to go for it, but it's Weeks now for the Lakers that will try to make something happen with it. A bit of a fall there from Joey Leveroni as the Lakers keep it into the zone. Renaud with it in the corner, facing a bit of pressure there from Joey Leveroni and Walker Thompson. A big hit there from number 20, Renaud. Clearly a bit not happy with all the pressure that's being put on him. Walker Thompson getting it out of the zone there, rimming it around the boards. Morrissey over to McGowan. Patnode there, trying to make something happen with it, but it's the Lakers trying to bring it in towards the net there. Goes just wide. Osterley will chip it out. Icing called there, and a faceoff will be down on the other end in the Hornet zone to the left of Finger. 8:20 left to go in this third period of play. 7-1 is the score. However, only one goal has been scored this period by the Lakers, and arguably a bit of a controversial one. Lakers now trying to get it towards the net there, saved by Finger. Finger having a little bit of a talk with the refs there. I think he's trying to bring back up that controversial goal that was just scored by the Lakers there. No matter, Lakers win it back. Putting it deep into the zone there. Smart trying to do something with it, but the Lakers put it back into the corner. Smart putting it over to the other corner again. Walker Thompson facing a little bit of pressure. Put some pressure on Blowers there. Blowers up to the point man. D to D. Coming in. Shot. It's blocked. And it goes over to the corner. Morrissey up to his D-man. Back to Morrissey. He walks in. Shot. And it's saved. $7:26 left to go in the third period of play here. 7-1 is the score in favor of the Lakers. Finger having a little bit of a talk with those refs. I would too if I were in his position. However, the game goes on, and Lalick, winning that drag race, is stripped, and a penalty will be called. Jack Lalick there having a little bit of a talk with his stripper. And even though that was technically a breakaway, he was the first man between the goalie and him. No penalty shot will come. Skaneateles winning it back, dumping it out of their own zone as they are a man down. Finger knocking it to the side and not enough mustard on it. Charlie Major will come in and score. .7:06 left to go in this third period of play. And an interesting tactic there by Finger. Sort of backfires. Skaneateles now taking it back into the zone. Charlie Major trying to lift it over. Skaneateles dumping it into the Hornets zone there. Tonkovic will pick it up. Tonkovic dropping it for Osterley. A bit of pressure there from Torrey. Trying to get it up to Leveroni, but goes into the hands of the Lakers. Patno trying to do something with it. Leaves it to Lorraine, coming up the side. Lorraine gets stopped just over the blue line. And the Lakers will dump it into the Hornet zone. Lorraine picking it up again, coming across through the middle there, over the left side of the boards, dumping it into the corner, trying to set something up here with that 43 seconds of penalty kill that they still have. Gaglione, 1v1 versus Lorraine. The dub will go to Lorraine on this one. As Finger poke checks it out. Osterley with it now. Lorraine taking the puck again through the center. Gets it into the zone, and a big hit there from Gaglione. And Lorraine trying to get a big hit on. But it seems that he will go to the box. And for 12 seconds, it will be 4-on-4. Scratch that. Luke Renaud will also go to the box. So it will stay 5-on-4 for those 12 seconds. Lorraine having a bit of a word with Renaud there. Through the glass. Not sure if either can hear either. Renaud clearly taunting Lorraine a little bit there. Lorraine isn't exactly the happiest camper right about now. FM winning it back, getting it up the boards there. Moore will chase it, but that's an icing on the part of the FM Hornets. 5:19 left to go in this third period of play. 8-1 is the score. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. And it's even strength now as Patnode there. A big hit tried from Gaglione, but Patnode says, sit down, boy. Exactly 5 minutes left to go as Skaneateles Lakers win it to the side there. FM trying to make something happen with it in the neutral zone there. A body tried to be put on there by Michael LeDuc, but that will be an offsides on the part of the Lakers. Face off at the dot right there. One back by Skaneateles. Getting it over the side now, dumping it in. Trying to make something happen with it in the corner there. But Noah Chen will put some pressure on, and he comes out with the puck. Those two still scrumming a bit in the corner. But they're off of it now. Noah Chen coming out with it. Dangles it around that one kid. But it gets deflected back towards Finger, and Finger, as is his duty, will cover. Face off one to the side there by the Hornets. The Lakers, though, regaining it, but Laveroni taking it up the side there. Gets it into the zone. A big hit, though, but the puck is in the corner. Lilac chases. Tries to get it around Pyro there. Lilac with the puck gets it up to his D-man. The D-man dumps it back in, but it's on the boards. And Pyro will take it up for the Lakers. And it's knocked away there by Walker Thompson, but it goes deep into the zone. Osterley trying to make something happen with it there. But Walker Thompson putting a bit of a hit on that. Bit of a dirty one. And the ref sends him to the box. Ooh. An interesting call here. That will be a 5-minute major for boarding on number 21, Walker Thompson. Constantly trying to win it back there, but the Lakers getting it up to their D. Sending it back to him. Gets it over to his other D, Morrissey. Leveroni trying to put some pressure on the top there, but it's Osterley who will get it out of their hands. Osterley taking a bit of time to formulate a plan. Gets it over to Tonkovic. Tonkovic over to Chen. Back to Osterley. Osterley trying to kill a little time here. Has to really put on those jets if he wants to get out. Chen gets it over to Tonkovic. Tonkovic trying to get it up to Osterley. A big hit there from Marquardt. And Osterley trying to put it on net there. He had a bit of open net, but it just went over. Chen protecting it there. Keeps it in the zone. Again keeps it in the zone. And tries to get it a little deeper. Well done there by Noah Chen to keep it in the zone for as long as he did. There were about 3 Lakers to him 1. Lakers trying to get it up, but the Hornets send it back into the Lakers zone, even though they are 4-on-5. Osterley looking for it. A bit of a scare there. He gets the puck, though. And Patnode will power through, gets it on net, but it's turned away by the goaltender. Osterley over to Patnode. Patnode getting it through him. Chucks it down, but it goes far to the right of the net. Lakers getting it up now. Getting it into the zone. Yeah. Back to Hines. Hines with it now, trying to make something happen. But Golden Knives isn't having any of it. Put some pressure on. And he single-handedly was able to get it around. But the Lakers will pick it back up. Rutledge coming in. Passes it over to Palmer. Palmer down into the zone for Kennedy. And Hines. And a shot there that was deflected off of the skate of Smart. However, Finger is able to recover it. 47.8 seconds left to go in this third period of play. If the Hornets can just hold on to this, they will have 47.8 seconds of a penalty kill left. Lakers getting it up to the D-men. Over to McGowan. McGowan getting it deep for Patterson. Tonkovich there trying to keep it out there. And Patterson sends it out to the corner. Shot! Save, man, and it's deflected up into the netting. .9 seconds left. Face off to the right of Finger is one forward by the Hornets. Chen making some moves with it along those boards. Gets it over to Tonkovich. Tonkovich putting it way up for Lalek. But that'll do it. Final score, 8-1 Skaneateles as they continue their dominant streak. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. We hope to see you next Friday for our next game.